One night, everyone was having a discussion in the shed. Whoa, Oliver, you actually did all of that? Yep, I did. Looks like you had a very awesome adventure. Well, not actually awesome adventure, actually the best day ever. Right at you. Speak for yourself. I had to pull smelly trucks. Says you, Bob. You always pull trucks. Oh, shut up, Oliver. Say, speaking of trucks, we all have some very good memories, don't we? Yeah, including the memories that have been doing from the past year. Well, that's easy for you to say, huh? Unfortunately, me, Noel, and Ted have, very bad memories. Wait, really? Yeah. Well, tell us. Should we tell him? I think we should. Alright, I'll tell you. So a long time ago, back when I was bought, I used to work at the furnace railway, along with the other engines. There was me, Edward, Joshua, and Albert. We all became very close best friends ever since we worked on the railway. However, there was one engine that wasn't the nicest of all. The engine's name was Christian. He was a new engine that came to work with us, but he wasn't the nicest of all. Usually we tried to warn him about things that could be dangerous, but he never listened to us. He would usually even bump the trucks whenever he has to pull them. Who does this engine think he is, pushing us and bumping us about? I'm telling you, if he keeps treating us like that, we'll show him who's boss. Unfortunately, the chance had finally came, because one day, there was a heavy rainfall. Then Christian was due to take some of the trucks and fuel to the harbor. Then we started to tell him some warnings. Alright, now listen, those fuels are very dangerous. So please take them really care or else it'll cause big explosion. Yeah, I get it, Grandpa. I don't have time for your warning. Oh boy, I have a bad feeling something is about to happen. I don't need that old grandpa to tell me what to do. Stupid engine. He bumped the trucks roughly again. Until this was the last straw. On! Ah! What are you doing? The driver tried to apply the brakes, but the wheels were sleepy from the rain. Oh, great heavens, what the heck was that? That sounds like it came from the harbor. Suddenly, Edward and Albert came with the crane. What's going on? There's been an accident. We need your help. Soon we came to help. Once we arrived, we saw all the mess everywhere. And worse for that was we saw Christian, all broken and shattered pieces everywhere. We tried to warn him, but he didn't listen to us. So, what happened to his remains? Unfortunately, his remains and his body was damaged beyond repair. As a result, he was taken on a flatbed to the scrapyard. Whoa, that was actually very sad. Yeah, it was. Well, that's for you to say, because mine is very, very, very tragedy. Wait, really? Well, tell us. Okay, so a long time ago, before I came to this railway, I used to work at the GWR, or also known as the Great Western Railway, along with my other siblings. There was me, Percy, and Eliza. Eliza was actually really good at shunting trains for the bigger engines, as well as Percy, though he could have some little mistakes here and there. But unfortunately, you know, for me, I hate shunting trains. I find it boring and not exciting. There was an engine who was good at pulling trains and trucks. His name was Bradley. Bradley was an engine who works at a GWR like I was. Amazingly, he was also one of my cousins. He always liked to prove himself to be really useful and help other engines in need it, until one day he had to take a special train to the quarry. Once he got coupled up, he started pulling his trains. Everything was starting going smoothly for him, but once he got to the bridge, he saw a sign that says, all engines must slow down. So he slowed down very well. Until one day, after he got his trucks full of stone, once he noticed he saw the bridge that he slowed down. Once he tried to slow down, the stone trucks were really heavy and started pushing him. Bradley tried to apply his brakes, but the trucks were still heavy from the stone. When I saw him, I rushed to help him. Once I got coupled up, I tried to apply my brakes too. We were eventually starting to slow down a little bit. Unfortunately, it was bad because all of a sudden the coupling snapped until Bradley fell off the rails and fell to the bridge and then started running away like a roller coaster. And then, I think you know what happened next. When we came with the crane, we saw him all bad shape. His parts were broken, he had cuts and bruises all over his face, and his boiler was even in a mess after the explosion. The manager couldn't pay for his repairs, so as a result, he was taken to crew to use spares for the other engines. Oh my god, that was actually really awful. I know it was. Ted, what about you? I don't think I could say mine. It's actually really heartbroken. Don't worry, you can tell us. I'm pretty sure we'll understand. Alright, I'll tell you.